your book is called The Female Archangels, Reclaim Your Power with the Lost Teachings of the Divine Feminine. For anyone who's watching, she's showing the book, and it's published by Hay House UK. Congratulations for this achievement. And so I'd love for you to first talk about this idea of female archangels. What does a female archangel mean? Are angels genderless? Tell us a little bit about that, please.
Okay, so just to clarify, angels are androgynous. Okay, and the female archangels is, again, it's for lack of a better word, because there's no such thing as boy angels and girl angels. However, I do believe there are masculine energy angels and feminine energy angels. And because on Earth, in my view, we are working on this polarity. That's how even, the hemispheres of the brain, everything is comprised of these polar opposites, including the angels that can help us. Now, the feminine word for archangel is archeia. And if you look back at older angel work, they've all got masculine names.
Mm-hmm.
So Michael, Uriel, Raphael, they are all masculine names, and they end in EL, which means God, not goddess.
Mm.
In the West, I call us the motherless society. We've been raised with this patriarchal paradigm that, we're just everything, man in power and all that. And I don't want to go down that pathway, but just to set the foundation that we have been taught to do things in a masculine way. Now there's a positive masculine and there's negative masculine, and there's positive feminine and there's negative feminine.
Mm-hmm.
So the way we're taught in schools is to use the masculine brain. So there's competition. We're always striving to get ahead.
Go, go, go.
Go, go, go. But that is imbalance. And look at the world. The world's in a mess because we've been in this negative masculine. And this is no disrespect to men, because this is a state of being, the way we've been trained. Whereas the feminine is, you're in your feminine energy when you're doing your meditations, when you're doing your channeling, when you're going for a rest, when you're being nurtured or you're nurturing somebody else, your intuition. They're all feminine gifts and qualities. So there's these masculine gifts and qualities and there's feminine. And I believe that if human beings can balance the masculine and the feminine, I think that is the key to enlightenment. That's how I see the Kundalini journey of energy through the chakras. That's how I understand it to be. So female is a rubbish word, but that is what I mean. But it'd be better if I'd have said feminine on reflection. But I did write this book in 2018. So that's what I mean. There's no such thing as girl and boy angels. And it's funny because some people have had a problem with, so for example, some of the female archangels, you can address them as archangel, archeia, or lady, so like Lady Mary. And some people think that's weird, but the masculine of a lady is Lord, and people have no problem calling him Lord Michael, but yet it feels so alien to call in a feminine angel. And in the book, what I've done is I've translated the names so that all of the names mean, where Michael is he who is like God, Raphael, he whom God heals. Well, why should the female archangels be the light of God, the dawn of the goddess? So give them all that. And it's not to put the goddess above, it's to get that equilibrium, because every single one of us needs that balance to live a harmonious life.
Yeah. I think it's just so important and so necessary right now. And yeah, just for the listeners to understand, most most of us know that, but we all have feminine energy and masculine energy. That's just the energy of creation, right? The same
Yeah.
way that we have an ego and a spirit. And I do think that like now it's the time to bring awareness into the rise of the feminine energy, of the divine feminine, and really uniting. It's like the moment to reconcile, the masculine and the feminine. So why is it now? Why do you think now is the time?
I think that now is the time because we are on, again, this is debatable. Some people say that we have entered the age of Aquarius. I think we're on the cusp of it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's fine, everyone to their own. But this is a prophesized time of enlightenment, of humanity awakening, this great spiritual awakening. All the great people have been talking about it for centuries. And how are we going to do that if we're only half human? We're only using half of our abilities. We need to be whole, our masculine and our feminine. So that's why I feel the feminine is being reinstated now, because that is the key for me for reclaiming your gifts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because they are feminine gifts, the gift of healing and intuition. Yeah. So I think that the feminine has been suppressed so that in our past we could be used for those in power to do what they want to do, and we can be these I'm saying half humans, but you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
disempowered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And I agree with you. I think that we're in the age of Aquarius too, and the previous age of Pisces is had we learned from it, right? We had the age of the teachers and the ascended masters and gurus, but I feel like now, we have to just like reclaim our power back. It's like we have to remember that we are the teachers, we are our own gurus, and nobody's gonna come and save us. And that's why I think it's so important, the work that you're doing, to raise the awareness that we need to embrace both divine feminine and divine masculine.